I'm so excited to chat with you. I'm bittersweet. It's a bittersweet season because it's the final one of Sweet Tooth, but I'm so excited to talk to you because the show is so special, and obviously we want him to find a happy ending. Where do we find the gang going into this new season?
Well, in this new season, it kind of left on a cliffhanger. We're just like in some random forest, and then you're gonna find us on our way to Alaska. A lot of changes are gonna be unfolded there. I'm really excited for everyone to see it.
Certainly, Wendy has been a good friend along the way, and we left her mom behind. What's she like without her motherly presence?
Honestly, for Wendy, her mom was like the one like stable thing in her life ever, like since she was little. Like no matter what happened at first, like even though she was in charge of all her siblings, she still was able to hold on to like the idea that at the end of the day, her mom was still going to be there. She was going to be able to depend on her. It was just temporary. Now her mom is gone. She's had to step up. Not only is she looking after her siblings, but they're possibly going on a mission to save the world. And I feel like Wendy is like really coming into her own now. She's navigating a lot of new relationships, like with her sister Becky. And I think that she has become more mature, you could say. Yeah.
She soaked in all those great lessons and those beautiful moments that her mom taught her so well in. And Danielle was such a great mom on screen to you. So I
Oh,
think she left Wednesday with a lot of good leadership to look up to and a lot of good, friend. She was very, she taught you to love openly and to take in anybody who could. So I'm looking forward to seeing the new friends you meet along the way as well. But you do have Big Man, at least one bigger non-animal character to be with you, looking after you. So that's nice. Certainly the temperatures changed a lot for you this coming season. Talk about walking into frostier territory.
austere territories. Honestly, yeah, that was like a big thing. Like for like I would say most of the two seasons, like Wendy is in like summery spring kind of clothes, and then it's like really hot for a long time. And then it's just like cold, cold, cold in Alaska. So filming wise, that was a lot because we were shooting in the summer of New Zealand whilst everything was all like on set and it was all this fake snow. It was actually kind of fun to play with. It's like really gelatiny. Like I don't even know how to describe it, but it looks like super cool on camera. And yeah, pigs like they adjust to temperatures like pretty well. So for Wendy, I wouldn't say it was that much of a difference. Like, of course, it's like cold, but for me, I was dying in that heat. It was like full on coat. Like last season, I was just using the fan like for my nose so I could breathe better. But then after that, I was like just trying to cool down everything.
You poor dear. What was, did they change any of the prosthetics for you this season and maybe the time you spent getting them on?
Yeah, so the first season was definitely like the worst comfort wise. And I've just like loved seeing like how my nose has grown. Like it's actually gone through like several different changes, though it doesn't really look different on camera. Um, they changed the mold a little bit better so I could breathe well, and my makeup artist just gradually like started getting used to the nose, and I just feel like the nose started looking better and better. And like the application was always flawless. Like my makeup artists were Carly and Shay, and they're amazing. Just time just flew by in the makeup truck every single day. So yeah, not 2 hours in the makeup chair anymore. It was more like 45 an hour, like considering like my hair had to be done as well.
Yes, the famous puffs, right? The signature puff of Wendy. He's been this great friend to Sweet Tooth along the way. How does their relationship change this season?
I would say, if anything, they become even more close. Like Gus and Wendy are like they're on a mission. Um, I don't know, like they're both hybrids, of course, and in a way they've both been sheltered. Wendy, like being in an abandoned city, has been more aware of the dangers, but like on this journey, like they don't exactly know when they're going home. Like that can be like really stressful. But they've just been there for each other, and it's really good to see how their like relationship blossoms, and they're really there to support each other. Like I don't know, when one of them isn't really feeling confident, they always just know what to say. And I think acting that out was really great because Christian and I are friends as well. And I don't know, if anything, they become even more closer.
Well, it's only the few of you to begin with, and Rosalind Chow's character is looming large, trying to save the world from the big sick still. How are things, how do things evolve between your characters? Certainly, there's a nervousness about what she can do and the power that she possesses to try to make the world better. Are you able to tease a little bit about how she plays a role in sort of menacing our hybrid friends?
Ooh, mischievous. Someone's trying to get a spoiler. Um, Honestly, I can't really say much, but I feel like her character, General Jang, was like she's going to be the biggest like baddie or whatever of them all. Like in a way, she's like even more, how do I say this, like evil than Abbott, in my opinion, like General Abbott.
Wow.
She really went like extreme. Like the last men aren't as much of an issue in season three, but I mean, sorry, in season two, but in season three, they've kind of all like there are. I would say most of them are like, and she is constantly just tracking them, basically. Like she is what they have to be aware of.
Okay, that's all we can tease. I don't want to push too. I don't want to push too far. The great adventures you've had with this series must mean so much to you. Do you have a favorite episode you worked on, maybe of previous seasons, or maybe one you can even tease that people should look out for this season?
Hmm. So honestly, season two was like a really special time. Like I got to do a lot more with my character in season two. And then season three, there's a lot more action. And like, I would say that that's my favorite part. I can't talk a lot about it, but the action in season three is like my favorite. Anything that has to do with action, like I love that stuff. Like I live for action movies. So if I have to do any action, I would say like that's my favorite part. But Sweet Tooth as a whole, like that whole experience has just been great. I would say every single scene, every single like moment has been my favorite. Maybe I'm biased, but
There's some very cool hybrids to this series, certainly. We've got our beautiful Wendy and Sweet Tooth and Miss Bobby already, and all of the other gang that we left behind going into Alaska. Are you able to tease some of the new hybrids we'll be meeting along the way? Not necessarily, the character names if possible, but what kinds of maybe hybrids we'll be seeing along the way?
okay. Yeah, I can. So we will be seeing some new characters. Um, a couple of them are hybrids, and I would say they are animals from different climates. I guess you could say from what we've been seeing.
That's
Uh,
okay. I
it's
know
so
you can't give
hard
too
to
much
like
away.
tell you everything, but like I can't.
It's
Um,
perfectly understandable. I'm glad that we get to at least see some new creatures that will be coming along the way, but I know you're missing some of the old creatures that you bonded with so well in the previous seasons. I mean, they all were so special. They were your family. And now you only have this core group to lean on. I have to ask what your friendships have meant to you being a part of this series and who you'll stay in touch with along the way.
um, absolutely. Like my friendships that I've made on Sweet Tooth, I feel like they're very dear to me. We all have like a little group chat. We try and get like as many people as like we can on there, but it's mostly like the main cast, and we have our little updates, and it's really nice to just take a peek into their lives because obviously we're not all filming at the same time. That's the hard part about being an actress. It's like with all these different TV shows that you're on, you spend a lot of time with somebody and then just like nothing. And it's so sad, but I really hope to see some of them again. Um, Even the characters that we don't see a lot on Sweet Tooth, if they were like still in New Zealand, I made sure that I could at least see them like once. Um, yeah, I could definitely see the friends that I made on Sweet Tooth like be with me for like the many years to come.
That's wonderful. And I'm sad that we get to say goodbye to these beautiful characters this year. What has it meant to you to be a part of this special series?
It's I would say it's a lot to be on Sweet Tooth. Every almost like every single person there, the cast and crew, has become a second family, really. I started when did I start? Yeah, the first time that I stepped on the Sweet Tooth set, I was 8. Now I'm 13. That's like a huge chunk of my life. I learned a lot from this experience. As most people know, it's like one of my first bigger roles. And for it to be on like Netflix, it's been really cool seeing, I don't know, just seeing it come to life. Like I did all the work and now it's paying off. Like it's just crazy. Like when it ended, I felt a big sense of accomplishment. Of course, sadness. It was really bittersweet. But I always look back on the days that I spent on Sweet Tooth just happy.
What did you get to take with you as little tokens of Wendy's love or your love for Wendy, I should say? Did you take your chair back, or maybe a nose found its way into your purse?
Well, actually, on the last day, fun fact, when I took my prosthetic ears and my prosthetic nose off, I was so done. Like I cut it up, I ripped it to shreds. The funny thing is, the whole time, like we joked that we were gonna, my makeup artist and I, we joked that we would take the prosthetics and then burn them. Obviously, we didn't. They're made of silicone. That would be a fire hazard. But it was really therapeutic to just cut it up. But don't worry, that was not the last nose.
Nose.
No, it was very sweet though. I got to take a nose and 2 ears back, and it's in this mold. And I would have showed it to you, but okay, it's in a little frame and I keep it with me. But most of all, on my second season when it was done, um my co-star in TV Mama, Dania, she got me like the best gift ever. It was like it's the cover for a director's chair. I can show it to you. And it says Sweet Tooth on it. And it says, this is from season 2. And it has my character name. And
That's
it
so
has my name on it.
beautiful.
Then I got a director's chair for it, and I really love it. That was one of my favorite seconds. Like, she's so thoughtful. I love her.
She is definitely a second mom then, on and off set. What a
Mhm.
great gift and a beautiful memory you'll have for the rest of your life. What's next for you, Melody? Have you been working on anything else recently?
Well, right now, I'm just like really excited for season 3 to come out, and I've just been relaxing. Honestly, just being a kid, enjoying my childhood. I'm about to go to high school, and I'm just excited for whatever new projects come my way. Auditioning season is coming, and I'm really excited for that.
Well, I'd be remiss if I didn't say thank you for the beautiful character you brought to life with this series. Certainly, I'm sure so many people reach out to you and say how much they adore Sweet Tooth. What does that mean to you?
At first, I didn't realize how much my character would impact people. And it's just amazing, like when I see like the comments and everyone's so excited, and like everyone's as excited as me for Sweet Tooth to come out. And it just makes me so happy, honestly, that a lot of people could relate to my character, even though like it's very my character, she doesn't like look like us. Like she's a half pig, half human, and she's in a world that we're not in, and we can still relate to her. And that's why I love acting so much. Like whatever you put out there, it's an art, and people can interpret it however they want. They can relate to your character, and especially for girls that look like me, and a lot of them, like when I meet them, like because sometimes I do this thing where I talk to little kids in schools or even kids my age in programs, and seeing how much they love my character and how it even maybe inspired them, that just makes my heart so full and happy.